Hello and welcome to DWYCtoday, Meditation for the Masses. My name is John Loxley and I'm going to guide you through a very simple meditation technique that you can practice anywhere, any time of the day. Sit in a chair. An armless chair works best. The corner edge of a bed also works well. There's no rigid rules to this technique. I use a small wooden chair with cushions, comfortable but not too comfortable. You don't want to be so comfortable that you might be tempted to fall asleep. That would be detrimental to what you are going to experience. As long as you can allow your right arm and hand to just hang by your side. That's what I would like you to do now. I'd like you to place your left hand in your lap, or simply rest it on your left leg, and dangle your right arm and hand towards the floor by your side. Keep your spine straight, arch your hips forward if need be, and let your stomach just hang loose. Keep your head level and take a few deep breaths. Inhale deeply to inflate the stomach and exhale deflating the stomach. Inhale for 7 seconds and exhale for 11 seconds. Just keep doing that. Inhale deeply and exhale deeply. Relax into a steady rhythm. The most important thing here is you maintain steady breathing, in and out, in and out. Now close your eyes and be aware of the inside of your eyelids. Just notice the inside of your eyelids. And when you notice the inside of your eyelids, you'll notice little sparkles of light. They're like little speckles, maybe a cloud of light swirling around. Just notice them. Don't focus on them. Don't try to make them happen. Just be aware of them. See the little sparkles of light in the darkness. It might sound a bit strange, but this is just a gimmick to jumpstart what I'm trying to get you to experience. So just notice your eyelids, and you'll also notice there is some light inside of you. You'll see little pinpoints of light, little sparkles, little stars, maybe little patterns, galaxies of light, maybe colours, maybe white, but they are there. Just notice them. Don't focus on them. Just be aware of them. Don't try to generate them. Simply notice the inside of your eyelids, and when you do that, you'll notice the little sparkles, like a veil of light between you and the darkness. Now just keep doing that. It won't be long before a thought comes along and takes your attention away from noticing the sparkling inside of your head. When that happens, just notice that it has. Just noticing is enough to bring your attention back to noticing the lights inside of your eyelids. Now, in order to keep you in this state of consciousness, I want you to add something else. We're going to add a little mental anchor. As you are noticing the lights inside of your eyelids, I want you to bring your attention to your right thumb hanging by your side. Just be aware of your thumb, notice it. If you're aware of your thumb, you'll notice that it begins to energize slightly. It's as if your attention makes it tingle. You'll notice a very slight sensation, as if your noticing is landing upon the thumb and making it tingle very slightly. Once your thumb tingles, I want you to then move your attention to your next finger, your index finger, your pointer finger, until that finger starts to tingle. And when that finger tingles, move your awareness to your next finger and your next finger. Just keep doing that, with each finger in turn, making each one tingle, noticing it, and then moving your attention to the next finger and the next. Just keep doing that. Keep being aware of the lights inside your eyelids. Keep being aware of the blotches of light, the sparkles, stars, galaxies, little patterns, twinkles, light particles. Sometimes they might seem like waves of light moving around in front of the darkness. They could be swirling around, they could appear as a mist. Just be aware, there's something between you and darkness, and that is light, that is inner light. Just keep noticing each finger. Notice each one and let it tingle just a tiny bit, then keep rotating from one finger to the next. It won't be long before a thought comes along and tries to take your attention away. When that happens, Just be aware that it has. Just notice it. Don't fight it. There's no need to struggle, there's no effort. When a thought comes along and takes your attention away from the lights inside of your head and noticing your fingers, just notice that it has. And that noticing is enough to bring your attention back to the light inside of your head again, and then moving your attention from one finger to the next. Be aware of the thoughts. Don't try to blank out your mind. Trying to make your mind blank is suppression. We don't want to do that. Just notice the thoughts. Be aware of the thoughts. We want the thoughts to be out in the open where they can be seen in the light. Keep noticing the lights inside of your eyelids. Notice the middle of your forehead where it seems like these lights are. Just lightly notice each finger, allowing your attention to move from one finger to the next, and just keep doing that. When you do this, you are practicing conscious awareness. You are being conscious. This means you are not being subject to forces that would crop up inside of your psyche had you been unconscious, thoughts that arise from the darkness making you react to them. Just notice the inside of your eyelids and be aware of the lights. Keep moving your attention from one finger to the next. Be aware of the darkness on the other side of the light. Can you see that? The light separates you from it. When you are lost in your thoughts, you have entered darkness. See now the light of consciousness that separates you from the dark. Awareness is a barrier against judgments from beyond in the shadow realm of the ego. Thoughts will try to take your attention away. Just notice them. You are awake and aware when you notice them. The sparkles that you see, they form a barrier. It's like a veil or a curtain between you, the true conscious being, the observer, the watcher, and the darkness of the ego. Awareness is your shield. Bring your attention to your hand. Feel each finger in turn. Feel it tingle. Feel it energize. When you notice it, move your attention to the next finger, and the next, and the next. See that your mind's eye is like a screen with speckles of light particles moving around like a light show. Don't try to make them appear, they'll just appear, and there are no thoughts there, and your thoughts seem to have just fallen away. You are no longer attached to your thoughts. And when a thought comes in, and you do get attached, gently pull away. You're coming out of a dream state. Just see thoughts as they arise. Don't try to replace one thought with another. Just watch the stream of thought. Watch each idea as it tries to grab your awareness. Let it go. Be aware of the thoughts, but don't get attached. Even if these thoughts seem objectionable or unspiritual, aggressive or even vile, even if they are beautiful, simply be aware that they arise. Make no judgment about them. Just notice them. Don't decide that you want them or that you don't want them. Be aware. Keep noticing the lights inside your eyelids. Move your attention from one finger to the next. It's like looking into the inside of a cavern. In the distance there is darkness. Separating you from the darkness there are patterns of light, like a protective veil or curtain. There is no need to fear thoughts, not even negative ones. That would be engaging in resentment and negativity. It would be a judgment. It would be judging yourself and others. Simply observe your thoughts. Be objective. See each wave of negativity or resentment present itself. Be aware. Seeing is all that is necessary for negative energy to lose its power over you. There's nothing to fear now because you are aware of its existence. There is a part of you that does not like that. You may experience some discomfort at this notion. It's okay. Just continue to notice the light inside your eyelids and move your attention from one finger to the next. This is the state of awareness, the meditative state. There is nothing more to it than this. Just notice those little lights, and when you are noticing the lights, you are free from thoughts. Your thoughts have lost their grip on you. You are awake. You are exercising your awareness. Just see thoughts. Seeing thoughts and not being moved by them means they have no power over you. That is what emotion means. It means something that moves you to act, motion. Now you are aware of thoughts before they arise and envelop you in negative energy. You can see them and can remain free of them, just by being objective to them. Can you see that you are not the originator of thoughts? Keep noticing the little twinkling lights inside your head. Move your attention from one finger to the next. Those waves of light continue to move around. Just be aware of them, and be aware of thoughts that try to take your attention away. Notice them. Don't get attached to them. Just let them go. The seeing of the lights is not so important as the fact you are able to do so. Whilst you are noticing the lights inside of your head, be aware of something else now. I'll bring your attention to it by asking you a simple question. I ask you this: who is it that is noticing these lights? It's you. You are noticing the lights right now. This means that you are a conscious being who is doing the noticing. You are not your body. You are not your thoughts. You are conscious awareness. This is the awakened state. You are there right now, and you can take this state of awareness and move it into your day. You can see negativity, anger, and resentment rise during the day. Practicing being aware in this manner allows you to do that. You can see each time that you become restless, irritable, discontent, or annoyed. You can see that when you are judging others, this is pain-producing, emotional pain. Now going forward into your day, you'll begin to have the option to be aware. Just like you are exercising that option right now, you'll be able to do that later as your day goes on. Being aware and awake is something you can do anytime you want. This state is within you. Awareness, presence, is available anytime. This is the power of the now moment. Each time you notice yourself in a mesmerized state, in the unconscious state, in that moment you are free from thoughts, you are free from sleep, you are free from ego. Keep shifting your attention from one finger to the next. Don't stop. Once each finger tingles, move on to the next finger until you feel your attention energizing that finger, then move on to the next. At the same time, be aware of the clouds of light inside your eyelids, the little sparkles. You have a new state of awareness. You will intuitively begin to sense what is meant to happen. If negativity or bitterness arises, you can see that this is your ego, lower vibrational thoughts coming from the darkness. As you become more awake and aware, you will learn to forgive, not only others but yourself also. New awareness allows you to see the truth. Seeing the truth weakens negative forces that operate through emotions such as fear, anxiety, bitterness, jealousy, anger, and hate. You can see how others are caught up in their own emotional entanglement, and how a self-absorbed existence keeps them trapped as you have been much of the time. Forgive, don't hate. True forgiveness is not being angry at yourself or others. Love people by not hating them. Even the things that people have done in the past, or what you imagine they may do in the future. These are just negative ideas that come from thoughts. They are not reality. They are not happening right now. Love, do not be fearful. You no longer have any reason to fear anything. As you go out into your day, you can see how thoughts, good ones, bad ones, it doesn't matter. They all come from the stream of thought that you will be able to see before they grab hold of you, before they motivate you and take you for a ride. You can be objective like this throughout your day. Just be aware of thoughts. And for now, just keep observing the lights in your eyelids and move your attention from one finger to the next, to the next. Just keep doing that. Every time you can see your imagination, it will be a good thing. Don't resent getting lost in thought. It could happen 100 times, it could happen 1,000 times, it could happen 1,000,000 times. It doesn't matter how often it happens. Just be aware of it. It will be less and less as time goes on. That awareness will lead you over time to become more present throughout your day. Be grateful. Your new awareness will allow you to appreciate life and your connection to it. There's no need to struggle or react. If memories come up from the past, you can meet them from a new perspective, an objective, awake, and aware position of no judgment. You can see how you have judged yourself and others in the past, but you were not aware of how these negative thought patterns have a detrimental effect on your general well-being. Watch for anger, watch for restlessness, watch for frustration, irritability, and bitterness. See fear for what it is. There's no need to resent anything now or from the past, let alone things that haven't happened yet. Things that come up out of our imagination. So if you feel resentment or negativity coming up, just watch it. It may continue to arise. Just watch it. It will be weaker and weaker each time. You are developing immunity to these negative forces. You are developing resilience to the ego which feeds on negativity. You are becoming free from ego, free from self-centered fear, free from anger and resentment. You will no longer react from a place of fear, but rather you will respond with courage to situations that may previously have baffled you. You can make clear-headed decisions that are free from emotional entanglement. Just keep noticing the lights inside your eyelids and move your attention from one finger to the next. Just keep doing that, letting each finger energize. Keep your awareness. Keep noticing. Just keep noticing. When a thought comes, just be aware of it. Notice the thought. You are not the thought and the thought is not you. Your awareness has placed some distance between you and thoughts. Once you are noticing the thoughts, you are no longer attached to those thoughts. Those thoughts can just leave, passing you unaffected. Each time you disengage from them, you are becoming more present, more awake, and more aware. You can go forward now with courage. You can have more confidence and conviction. It won't be long until you can do this without this recording. It may take a little while, but not too long. Watching your thoughts, watching your reactions, that is sufficient. That is all you need, awareness. Each time you become aware, each time you become awake through this exercise, you are no longer susceptible to negative thoughts and emotions. You are present in the now, available to love and be loved. Watch for selfishness. Watch for dishonesty, bitterness, anger, resentment and fear. These are all emotions meant to move you. Just see them as they arise and let them go. Watch them and be aware of them. Stresses, all expressed through emotions like hostility, bitterness and frustration. These are all flavours of the same things. We call them resentments. There is no negative emotional charge that can evade the single umbrella of fear-based resentments. But now you are aware of them, you can observe them when they arise. No longer does your ego have them to feed on. And all I'm asking you to notice are the clouds of light inside your eyelids, the little sparkles, little galaxies, little stars, and keep shifting your attention from one finger to the next. You are learning to observe your thoughts, so you can see that you are not your thoughts. They are a separate thing that does not originate from the conscious awareness that is your true being. You have separated your true being from the false ego self by observing your thoughts. I hope you find great benefit from this meditation technique. Please feel free to use it and distribute it. If you have any questions, please email me at john@DWYCtoday.com. Remember to practice this meditation consistently. Be steadfast. It's not advisable to practice this technique with other meditations. To experience the full benefits, practice in the morning and before you go to bed at night. In the beginning, listen to the recording until you are comfortable with the eye-hand technique. Soon you will no longer need to listen to the recording. Practitioners will occasionally return to the recording as a reminder. Don't practice with expectations or to solve specific problems. Each time you meditate, do it exactly as if it is the very first time. And if you have an experience of any kind, don't try to replicate it. You may have some drastic experiences during or following this meditation. Experiences may be emotionally or physically uncomfortable. This is normal. Ride the rhythms of your emotions. Build up slowly over time. Begin with 5 minutes in the morning when you wake up and 5 minutes at night before you go to sleep. Build up meditation time to a maximum of 20 minutes morning and night. We all have daily issues, fears, anxieties, stresses, depressions, conditions that may cause us a lot of pain and trouble in our lives. Just set those aside and practice this meditation without trying to will those problems away. Don't add any other techniques to this meditation. If you are ever tempted to add any other methods, just notice those two and let them pass. They will. Okay, now open your eyes. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy the benefits of meditation for the masses.